Alright, how's everyone doing tonight? Alright, tonight we are continuing our playthrough of Fate Stay Night Remastered, the Unlimited Blade Works route specifically. And last we left off, we were about to make a big decision. Okay, maybe not that big, but we'll see where this goes. Let's see. What should I do? Just from what I see, Saber seems to be gazing at the archery range with interest herself, so I should show Saber around the school. Well, we are at school already. Might as well give in and show Saber around. I'm going to go take a walk. I'll come back after I walk around the school a bit.
散歩？いいけど、物好きなことするのね。キリツムさんも地味な趣味してたけど、シロウもそういう属性？
Ignoring whether he passed that to me, I don't think it's all that bad. I don't want to compare the two, but going on a date is like taking a walk as well.
デートは違うよ。あれはどっちかっていうと、美味しいもの食べ歩きツアーじゃない。
I'm saying just wandering around is a walk. Anyway, I'm going. Just so we're clear, I'm not leaving the grounds, so I'm not getting you food. There aren't any food stands or shops here.
そっか。学食もお休みだし、家庭科室も閉まってるか。仕方ない。手ぶらでいいから早く帰ってくるのよ、エミヤくん。
At the end, she calls me by my last name, like a teacher. I just wave my hand in response and call out to Saber.
学校の案内ですか。
I picked this one because this was the one that they took in the anime, which must mean that this is the true ending route. Yeah, we came all the way here. I thought I might as well show you around inside. It's boring to stay in the archery range, right?
そうですね。退屈していたわけではありませんが、校舎を見て回るのは有意義です。マスターの通う学校が安全かどうか、直に確かめるとしましょう。
Oh, wow. I just came up with the idea, but surprisingly, Saber seems to like it. Well, my expectation and her expectation seem to differ, but I should just show her around school without worrying too hard. Okay, here's the back of the building. Behind the archery range, there's woods. I'm guessing it's somewhere between 300 to 600 square meters. It might be as big as the grounds out front. Probably only allowed by zoning laws because of the mountain out back. I start with the nearby area out behind the range out toward the mountain.
ほう。300から600ですか。倍近く違うとは曖昧にも程がある。
Tough crowd. Look disappointed for some reason.
気のせいでしょう。私は学校を案内するというシロウの言葉に期待していたわけではありませんから。ええ、いきなりこのような場所に連れてこられても一向に気になりません。初めから期待していないのですから落胆することなどないのです。
Saber looks away. She's grumpy, or maybe sulking is more accurate.
それで、ここに何があるというのですか、マスター。確かに人気のない林ですが、これといって気になるところはありませんが。
Nothing really. I just was letting you know that there's a forest in the back of the school. Okay, let's go to the next place. So, this is the school ground. The track team is running right now, so try not to get too close. During PE, we do team matches here.
団体競技。 具体的にどのような？
Our school is known for athletics. Baseball is the strongest, so usually baseball. Sometimes dodgeball. Well, sports where we split into two teams and beat the other.
ほう。団体競技というと、指導者の動きに合わせて民衆が動くものを想像してしまったのですが、違うのですね。
I feel like what Saber is imagining is a bit unsettling. I don't think I should pry any further. Well, anyway, it's a sport where you compete for points. The ones running right now are competing to see how many seconds it takes them to run 50 meters. Saber looks around and seems to be talking to herself. What is it, Saber? Are you looking for something?
いえ、以前少しだけ見た競技があるのですが、その運動場があるかないか気になって。他のスポーツはどうも勝手がつかめないのですが、あの競技だけは楽しそうに見えたもので、つい。
Oh, a sport that you want to try? Could it be tennis? If so, there are some courts in the back.
いえ、テニスではないのです。冷静に考えてみれば、このような敷地に収まるスポーツではありませんでした。ただ昔私も剣で似たような玉遊びをして咎められたことがあって、それで懐かしくなってしまったというか。
A ball game using a sword? What even could that be? Beyond that, it makes me laugh when I imagine stoic Saber playing with a sword.
今の発言は忘れてください、マスター。さ、ここはもう調べましたから、次の場所に行きましょう。
Saber urges me to take her inside. Wow, that first one came out wrong in all kinds of ways. So I start with the halls. We arrive at my classroom on the third floor.
ここがマスターの教室ですね。廊下を歩いているときはどうかと思いましたが、これなら許容範囲です。
Tolerance level? Does that mean it's dangerous or safe?
はい。学校の敷地に入った時と同じ魔力を廊下にも感じました。ですがこの教室には魔力の残りが全くない。廊下や校舎に残ったものは凛の魔力だけです。
So, dangerous or safe?
今のところマスターを危険にさらす要因は見当たりません。
Okay, glad we got that cleared up. She must have become satisfied as the tension in her body language fades away. I think she's taking it a little far, but she's investigating the school for the sake of my safety. Well, to be honest, it makes me happy. It's only been a day since we made a contract, and we don't know anything about each other. But during this short period of time, I can understand more than words that Saber is thinking first and foremost about my safety. Club practice ends by the time the sun sets. The sun goes down early in winter, and they must be taking into account the incidents that have been happening lately. Oh yeah, Mitsuzuri. Where's Shinji? I haven't seen him.
あいつはサボり。新しい女でもできたのか。最近はこんなもんよ。
Mitsuzuri says it as if nothing. Mitsuzuri says it as if it's nothing and makes her way towards the school building.
じゃあね。私職員室に用があるから。
The Kyoto captain leaves, fiddling with the room key. We're at the front gate. With the sun setting on the town below us, I part with the others along with Fujine, Sakura, and Saber.
じゃあね、先生。エミはいじめるなよ、タイガー。
Everyone sees us off in high spirits as we start down the hill. We descend back into town. Beside me are Sakura and Fujine, and Saber follows slightly behind us.
はてな、あの子どうして私たちについてくるの？
Well, it seems as though she didn't think anything of it at the time, but is finally catching on.
ねえシロ、知り合い？
This is the second time someone's asked me today. Thanks to Mitsuzuri for giving me a rehearsal, I'm able to answer without hesitation. Of course I know her. I'm the one who brought her. I answered as nonchalantly as I can.
やっぱりそうですよね。それで先輩、あの人とはどういったご関係なんですか？
シロに外国人さんの友達がいるなんて聞いてなかった。
Well, not a friend, but she's an acquaintance of my father. She's the daughter of someone my old man met when he was flying around the world.
キリツグさんの？じゃああの子、キリツグさんを訪ねに来たの？
That's right. She'll be staying at my place for a while, so please do your best to be accommodating. Both Sakura and Fujine react in the same way at the exact same time. Well, if I was told that girl will start living with you today, then it would be weird to not be surprised.
シロ、クラスってあの子と同居するっていうの？
No, Saber's only staying for a short while. I'm just giving her a place to stay. It's nothing to be so shocked by.
先輩、あの人、セイバーさんって言うんですか？
Yeah, it's a rare name. She's not used to Japan, so she might act differently. Also, she seems unapproachable, but she's actually really nice. Sakura, it'd be helpful if you could be friends with her.
はい、それはいいですけど。
Sakura doesn't make eye contact with me and looks at Fujine as if pleading for help.
藤村先生はセイバーさんの滞在を許可するんですか？
教師としては当然アウトなんだけど、キリツグさんを頼ってきた子を無下にはできないし、しっかりしてるようだし、間違いは起きないかな。ね、シロもそうなんでしょ？
She gives me a sidelong glance. Of course! Kiritsugu's guest is my guest. I'm not going to be rude to her. If anything, she's like a little sister.
そういえば、あの子何歳？さくらちゃんより年下みたいだけど。
Huh? Well, something like that. Fujine stares into my face. And as we're at the bottom of the hills, suddenly...
シロ、あの子のこと好きなの？
Surprise attack. I don't know her. I just met her, so I can't say. Ugh, my face is hot. I bet my face looks red to Fujine right now.
嘘はないけど、脈はありか。
I don't know what she got from that. Fujine crosses her arms and goes quiet, as if she's thinking hard about something. As a result, Saber's stay was approved.
いいんじゃない？ホームステイと思えばいい経験だし、ここって無駄に部屋が多いもの。
Fujine's single opinion settles it. Sakura didn't say anything the whole time, but in the end...
はい、私が意見できることじゃありませんから。
Yikes. She agreed in the end. She sounds rather reluctant about it. And so, dinner time rolls around. I put an extra effort into making dinner to welcome Saber. Starting with preparing salad-style seared bonito, then fried chicken with a zesty green onion sauce, a classic meat and potato stew, and to top it off, a variety of tempura, including shrimp. What's up, buddy? Okay, I'm back. The menu's kind of all over the place, but... It ended without anyone saying anything. Splish splash. I washed the dishes in the kitchen. Not that I expected everyone to be the best of friends from day one, but couldn't there have been a bit more conversation? I think I made the tempura especially good this time. It's straight instead of curved, and the outside is crunchy. It was perfectly made, so they could have at least said something. They still finished everything. What's up with the "just more, please" repeated 3 times being the only thing said? Splish splash. Cleaning up after 4 people takes a while. Now that I think about it, is Sakura protesting the situation by not helping today of all days? It's past 9 p.m. They usually go home around this time. Fujino, if you're going home, can you see Sakura? I call out from the kitchen while washing the dishes. There's no response. Fujino is watching TV as if it's not her concern. Hello, Earth to Miss Fujimura. I go to the living room and tap on her head. Then...
悪いけどそれは却下。しばらくはさくらちゃんを送ってあげられないから。
Why? Do you have to do something, Fujine?
用じゃなくて、今日から私もここに泊まるから。
As if it were nothing, Fujine makes another sneak attack at me. What?
あ、さくらちゃんもどう？お家の方には私から連絡入れておくから安心だよ。女の子3人、一緒にいた方が楽しいでしょう。
藤村先生、頼もしいです。
Wait, why are you so enthusiastic about it, Sakura?
よーし、それじゃあ奥の座敷を使おう。布団ならいっぱいあるし、浴衣も人数分あるわよ。セーバーちゃんもいいわよね。
Is it just me or does it sound more like an order? Saber looks at me as if asking for help.
困りますシロ。私はあなたの守護をするのですから、彼女たちと同じ部屋では役目が果たせない。それに同室したところでどう対応していいものか分かりません。
Sorry, if Fujine brought it up, I can't stop her. Also, she's probably doing this as a compromise. If we decline, she might take back letting you stay here. If that happens, we'll have to sleep elsewhere.
それも困る。この屋敷の結界は優れていますから、拠点としては申し分ないのです。ここにいる限り、シロは敵の奇襲に備えられます。
I see. Then even more so, please just hang in there. As long as we're both here, we can meet up at any time, right? Dealing with Fujin is a lot. If you have trouble, just say you don't know Japanese.
ほらそこ、内緒話は禁止なんだから。そういうわけで、セーバーちゃんはこっち。シロは男の子なんだから一人でも平気よね。
Fujin pulls Saber to her. It's been decided. Saber say got approved. Fujin is staying over, and Sakura is keeping them company too. In only half a day, the occupancy has drastically increased. Actually, this really is comparable to a hotel. It's bedtime. I don't know what happened to Saber, but the lights have gone out in that room. The sound of activity from it has gone silent. I've heard it gets noisy when there's 3 girls together, and it seems that it's true even when they're I've heard it gets noisy when there's 3 girls together, and it seems that it is true. And it seems that it's true even when they're quiet, like Saber and Sakura are. Wait, never mind. It was mainly Fujine's laughter. That was still pretty noisy. It isn't good for my mental health to have girls the same age as me being rowdy under the same roof. Dang it. My sleepiness went away thinking about them. Like Saber's troubled expression. if Sakura and Saber are getting along, or what Fujine is even thinking. The more that I think, the more my head starts hurting. If it's like this, it might have been better if Saber slept in the room next to mine. It's 11 p.m. The lights are on the house, and there's not a single sound outside. My hand goes to the door to slide it open and tiptoe by so Fujine doesn't hear anything. I go out to the garden. The moon is shining bright while the cutting breeze is cold. In the winter night, the world was silent, as if frozen. The shed has gone still. The place where I got cornered by Lancer yesterday, and the place where Saber appeared. The entrance is still open, and the darkness inside feels uninviting. I go inside. Closing the door behind me to shut out the cold air, I turn on an old stove heater. Shoot over 200 arrows, huh? The teaching of archery focuses on accuracy, piercing strength, and persistence. Accuracy is how well one can hit the target. Piercing strength is the power to pierce the target. And lastly, persistence is how long one can maintain the accuracy and piercing strength. I think I read it somewhere in an archery manual. Once one aims to be a shooter, after they learn the true meaning of Kyudo, they continue that forever. So they say to shoot over 200 arrows, or something. Yeah, I don't know what I should do as a master, so I should at least train my magecraft. I sit down inside the shed and take a deep breath. I control my breathing and begin my regular training. My mind imagines the same thing as it always does. An image of a sword that comes to mind. I ignore that and clear my mind even more. Once I've let my magical energy flow throughout my entire body, I practice strengthening like usual. When I was attacked by Lancer last night, I succeeded in strengthening for the first time in a few years. I need to repeat it so that I don't forget the sensation, or else it would be a waste. Trace. On. I narrow my eyes and breathe out deeply. That's all for now. I forget all about the Holy Grail War, Saber, and Tosaka once I immerse myself into the process. Clear all thoughts and hesitation from my mind. But during the process, the thought that Tosaka, who's a mage like me, might be doing the same kind of training never leaves my head. Interlude 4-1 Unlimited Blade Works. She weaves her way through an unnatural darkness, a desolate night. While the moonlight shines, she makes her way through the dark hallway and enters her room. This is a room of a random building. There are about 50 workers here. Most of them are male, and they are scattered like puppets with their strings set. She grits her teeth. It helps that the darkness limits her vision. The rotten air is from a plant smell that turned into smoke and filled the air.
何の子だろうこれ。あーちゃん、あなたわかる？
Opening the door and windows, she asks someone behind her. There is no one there. But in the shroud of smoke, a strong presence wavers.
魔女の難攻だろう。セリカの愛を破壊するとかいうやつかな。
それって毒人参でしょ？愛を破壊って。ああ、そういうこと。男に何か怨恨でもあるのかしらね。この惨状の仕掛け人は。
だとすると、相手は女かな。いや、何の恨みがあるか知らんが、サーバントになってまで八つ当たりするとは根が深い。
So she's a feminazi, the worst kind of Nazi.
脳書きはいいから窓を開けて。倒れてる連中はまだ息があるか。この分だと今から連絡するのも朝になって発見されるのも変わらない。
Does this make Reen a feminazi too?
用が済んだら手早く離れるわよ、あっちゃ。
She opens all the windows on one side, treats the people in especially bad condition, and leaves the room.
服クリーニングに出さないと。
She sniffs her coat. Though she was careful not to touch things for the most part, the scent of rust still made it onto her. The room was sealed, and the floor of that room was covered in the blood that 50 or so people threw up. Yikes! The presence behind her takes form. What appears behind her is a knight in red. He is Archer, the servant who was protecting Reen Tosaka in spirit form.
それでやはり流れは竜道寺か。
そうね。奪われた世紀はみんな山に流れていってる。神都で起きてる昏睡事件はほぼ竜道寺にいるマスターの仕業よ。マスターがどれだけのやつか知らないけど、こんなのは人間の手に余る。可能だとしたらキャスターのサーバントだけでしょ。
竜道寺に救う魔女か。となると昨夜は失態を演じたな。
失態？バーサーカーと引き分けたこと？あれは最善だったと思うけど。
どうかな。キャスターがそれほど広範囲な網を張っているのなら、昨夜の戦いも盗み見ていただろう。にもかかわらずバーサーカーを倒せず、セイバーさえ見逃し、こちらは手の内を晒してしまった。これのどこが最善だ。
His tone is biting and sarcastic, but Reen does not answer. It was not a mistake to drive Berserker away to help save her. And most importantly, Archer hasn't shown the full scope of his power yet. Last night, it is true that the arrow Archer fired stopped Berserker. But even Reen, his master, had yet to find out his identity, or the identity of that powerful noble phantasm.
Rim.
No, she knows the principle behind it. It was just a bomb. He just detonated a bomb called a noble phantasm in front of his enemy. It goes without saying how exceptional it was. That was a one-time explosion of magical energy, created using the most powerful of illusions, a noble phantasm. Broken phantasm. That is what the Red Knight's deadly noble phantasm is called.
Rim.
Though that itself is also strange. Servants typically only wield one noble phantasm, and it is a part of them that they have had in their past life. What kind of heroic spirit would destroy such a thing so freely?
Rim.
It is not easy to fix a noble phantasm that has been destroyed. It is like committing suicide for a servant to destroy their own.
Rim.
In other words, Archer abandoned his strongest weapon in a situation where he still had 6 enemies he needed to defeat. No, more than that. Other servants would faint if they found out he destroyed his own noble phantasm. It is their proof as a hero.
Rim.
何？ごめん、聞いてなかった。
今夜はこれからどうすると聞いたのだ。先ほどの戦闘で疲れているだろうし、大事を取って戻らないかとな。
Reen clenches her fist in response to Archer's words. The previous battle, a large number of skeleton golems wriggling in the hallway. All of them were destroyed by her own hand. She didn't need Archer's help and didn't want to expose Archer's abilities over something like that. More importantly, she felt anger towards enemies who break the rules as a mage and involve innocent people. That's why she destroyed them. She beat them without mercy until there was nothing left. She did not show any sympathy, even if the bones were someone that could have been alive until just the other day. She did not suffer any wounds from this battle, except one. She fought and kept the nausea from overwhelming her. In exchange, she bit her lips so hard it bled.
キャスターを追うわ。気配はまだ残っているんでしょ？竜道寺に逃げられる前に型をつける。
何？驚いたな。 できないと思ったことはやらないのが君の主義。
そうよ。私、結果が分かりきってることはできない。けどこれは別でしょ。今から追いかければ尻尾ぐらいはつかめるだろうし。何より。
Hang on, I can't do things where I know the outcome. Wouldn't that be the best time to do things?
喧嘩を売らなければ気が済まないか。やれやれ。倒しやすい相手を放っておいて、最も倒しがたい相手を追うとは。
いいのよ、セイバーのことは放っておいて。あんなのはいつだって始末できるんだから、別に目の敵にする必要ないじゃない。ちゃんとおとなしくしているんなら無理に手を出すこともないわ。あいつが家に隠れている分には見逃してあげるだけよ。
ほう。ではあのマスターが目の前にいれば話は違うのかな。例えば未だマスターとしての自覚もないままエミやシローの方から君の前に現れたとしたら。
Those words are as if to test me. In a voice without emotion, looking down at the night town.
殺すわ。そんなこともわからないやつにかける義理なんてない。
Green Tosaka asserts as if to convince herself. Interlude out. I kind of wish that was written more like her thoughts. Save the game? Yes. February 3rd. February 4th. Unlimited Blade Works. 5. Bonnie and Clyde. Why aren't they in FGO yet? Winter, 5 years ago. It was a beautiful moonlit night. I was just enjoying the sight with my father, Kiritsugu Emiya. It was winter, but it wasn't very cold. On the veranda, it was just a little chilly. The perfect weather to watch the moon. Kiritsugu didn't go outside much anymore. He rarely went out, and he spent most of his time lounging around the house. Every time I recall this, I still feel regret. Why didn't I realize he was acting the way any creature does when they know their time is almost up?
子供の頃、僕は正義の味方に憧れてた。
He blurted it out, just out of nowhere. My father, who already seemed like a hero of justice in my eyes, said that as if he were reflecting on a memory. What? You wanted to? So you gave up on it? I asked, unable to completely hide my disappointment. Kiritsugu smiled apologetically and looked up at the distant moon.
残念ながらね。ヒーローは期間限定で大人になると名乗るのが難しくなるんだ。そんなこともっと早くに気がつけばよかった。
That made sense to me. I wasn't sure why, but if Kiritsugu said it, then it had to be true. Oh, well that's too bad.
そうだね。本当にしようがない。
Kiritsugu nodded in agreement. So I just kind of blurted something out, as if it were a natural thing to say. Okay, if you can't do it, then I'll do it for you. You can't do anything because you're an adult, but I can. You can leave your dreams to me. Because I'll make it a reality. The bold promise made my father smile. His face said everything I needed to know. Kiritsugu made a long, contented sigh and whispered,
ああ、安心した。
There, he closed his eyes, and so too his life came to a close. This happened in the winter 5 years ago. Such was the parting that would determine the course of his life. The night that Shiro Emiyo swore to be a hero of justice. There's no way I can forget it. I never talk about this, but I still remember it. 10 years ago, a man saved me from a fire. said thank you as he picked up the child who was unconscious, covered in burns and on the verge of dying. That he was glad to have found her. He smiled as if thanking someone, saying that he was glad to have been able to rescue at least one person. The emotion that I felt then is engraved in my mind. Nobody saved me. I couldn't save anyone. In the midst of that, I was the only person that was saved, and there was only one person who saved me. That's why I decided to be like him. I wanted to become a hero of justice that saves people and doesn't let anyone die. Even if it was a childish fantasy, I dreamt of doing so. And then, Kiritsugu, who was the embodiment of my dream himself, left behind his dream of becoming something like that and died peacefully. It's only natural for a child to follow in their father's footsteps. Shiro Emiya must become a hero of justice and save someone like me. Yes, I strongly swore so as a child. Shiro Emiya would fulfill the dream on behalf of the man that he admired more than anyone else. But I don't really know, to be honest. If the way that I think is correct, where that way of thinking comes from, what I can do as an amateur, how to make the dream of making everyone happy that Kiritsugu would often mention, which is itself as far-fetched as magic, come true. Oh, and what I can do as a master now. There's too many things to think about that in my head. And think about that. My head feels like it's about to burst. A nostalgic dream flitters through my mind, and then I wake. The bright morning light comes in through the window. It's chilly in my room, and my body feels it despite a blanket wrapped around me. Dang, I fell asleep here again. I shake my head and change from my coveralls to my school uniform. It's a bit before 6 a.m. Sakura is probably already up and making breakfast. I make my way out to the yard and take in the morning air. It's a good morning. Though I'm preoccupied by the thought of the 3 girls also staying here. Well, not exactly. More like 2 girls. I'd be hard-pressed to call Fujine a girl. Anyway, now... I'll go help Sakura out. She's making breakfast for 4 people, so it'll take longer. I also want to ask her about last night. It seems like Saber went with my story, but it's entirely possible they didn't get along, and I want to make sure everything's all right. Yep, exactly what I was thinking.
おはようございます、先輩。朝ごはんの支度始めちゃってますよ。
Morning, Sakura. Let me help you with that. I put on an apron and make my way into the kitchen.
じゃあ焼き物をお願いしますね。さっきご飯は炊きましたから、私はお味噌汁とお惣菜をやっつけちゃいます。
As always, Sakura is quick and efficient. She doesn't seem to be putting on a front, so it doesn't look like yesterday is particularly bothering her, but... Sakura, about yesterday.
はい。昨日の話って、どの話でしょう、先輩。
Well, yesterday the 3 of you had to share a room, right? You seemed to be worried about having Saber stay, so I was wondering how it went.
どうなのかなじゃわかりませんよ、先輩。もっとはっきり言ってくれないと答えてあげません。
So it'd be nice if you all got along.
ああ、セイバーさんと私が仲良くすると先輩は嬉しいんですか？
Well, it'd help me out. I decided on Saber's stay without your permission, right? It'd be reasonable for you to resent her at the very least for that. But if you could overlook that, it'd be nice to Saber,
セイバーさんにじゃなくて私に嬉しい。
It's embarrassing to say it out loud, so I just nod. Yeah, I'd be thankful if she overlooked this and got along with Saber. Since Sakura's like family, I don't want her to upset her over something that I did without her input.
はい、そういうことならお答えしちゃいます。セーバーさんと私たちは昨夜の霊地をもって完全に和解しました。私はまだセーバーさんは苦手ですけど、それでも仲良くやっていけると思います。あの人分かりづらいけど可愛い人ですから。
Sakura's smile is genuine and heartfelt. Makes me really happy. It truly does, but... Cute... You mean Saber?
そうですよ。藤村先生なんてセーバーちゃんって呼んでますし、セーバーさんも慣れてくれたみたいです。本当は監視するための糖質だったんですけど、今夜も3人で寝ようってことになっちゃいました。
That's an unexpected turn of events. But Saber's cute side, huh? She certainly is rather beautiful, but cute doesn't seem quite right. Everyone digs in. This is the first time that the four of us are eating around the dining table. I can't help but feel like this. I can't help but feel that this is nice. This tastes kind of bland. Did you change the broth, Sakura?
はい、セーバーさん、お味噌汁に慣れてないと思って。あんまりお味噌が濃いのもダメかなって。
そうですね。昨夜の味付けより今朝の方が美味しいと思う。ですがさくら、私も和風の食事には慣れていますから、そう気を使わず。
そうなんですか。ちゃんとお箸持ててる。びっくりしました。セーバーさんって器用なんですね。
慣れていますから。ですが正直に言うと箸は疲れます。フォークやナイフより優れた道具だとは思うのですが。
Maybe this is just my Western sensibilities, but how?
そうだね。セーバーちゃんはお箸よりナイフとフォークだよね。それ違う違う。かけるのはソースじゃなくて醤油。
なるほど。忠告感謝します。
よしよし。報酬として海苔を1枚いただきましょう。はい、白おかわり。
Okay, don't eat too much and fall asleep again.
先生、今日の朝練に参加されるなら少し控えた方がいいと思いますけど。
大丈夫大丈夫。これぐらい入れておかないとお昼まで持たないもの。そういうさくらちゃんだって朝練の後におにぎり食べてるじゃない。
先生、知ってたんですか？
Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's fine if girls call out other girls' eating habits, but the moment guys say it, we get 5 fingers across the face.
無ふり。端っこでコソコソやってるから気になって観察してたのよ。ダメよ、いい年頃の女の子が朝2食なんて。悪魔はこっそりとある日テロリストのように体重計に舞い降りるんだから。私の読みではさくらちゃんの今の体重は。
Oh, talking about the weight directly? That's even worse!
ダメです先生。言ったらもうご飯作りに来ませんから。
チェ。
それに間食は時々だけです。いつもそんなことしてるわけじゃありません。
But it becomes a bigger habit the more you do it. Oh, is that so? I thought you make rice balls every day since you always cook extra rice.
先輩も知ってたんですか？
ダメダメさくらちゃん。シロね、そういう細かいことには妙に神経質なやつだから、きっと初めておやつを作った時から気づいてたわよ。
The first time? You mean last summer?
さくら、空中に埃でもあるのですか？そんなところで手を振って。
Breakfast proceeds like that. The morning is twice as noisy as usual. In the midst of
今
that,
朝未明に発見された被害者は50名を超え、現在は最寄りの救急病院で治療を受けており、
some disturbing news on the TV.
信徒でまたガス漏れ？うわー、今度は50人だって。
Wait a second. Did they lift? Did they lift this track from the Tsukihime game?
何？被害者には昨夜から連絡が取れず、何人かの家族は不審に思い会社に連絡、警備員に確認させたところ、社内に残っている社員はいなかったとのこと。夕方からみんなビルの中で倒れてたのに、どうして警備員が気がつかないかな。職務怠慢とかそういうレベルの話じゃないよね。
Fujine must have lost her appetite as she stops eating her third bowl of rice. Saber is watching the news with a grim expression. In that case, there's no doubt. I don't know what their motive is, but this is something done by a master. It's fortunate that there were no deaths like the other gas leak incident. It's fortunate that there were no deaths like the other gas leak incidents, but
もう物騒だな。シロ、しばらく信徒でアルバイトするのは禁止だからね。貯金ならたくさんあるんだから、こんな時ぐらいゆっくりしなさい。
I appreciate that she's worried about me, but I can't reply. This is no time to be working anyway, but I won't be able to come home as often now that I'm at war. And so, when I can't come home, I'll have to lie and say I'm working so I don't make Fujine and Sakura worry. Which is going to make them worry anyway. I finish cleaning up and go to the front door. Fujine and Sakura already left for morning practice. Saber's trying to follow me again like yesterday, but I can't let her do that today. The weekends are fine, but there's no way I can bring Saber to school on a weekday. Saber, this is as far as you go. Please stay here while I'm at school. There'll be more commotion if you go to school with me, and most of all, you'll stand out. Master should avoid attracting attention, right? She must not be satisfied as she silently protests. It's okay, I won't be attacked at places where there's people, so school is safe. Besides, I can manage if it's just protecting myself. Saber's eyebrow twitches. She must have an objection about the fact that I can protect myself.
一つ尋ねますが、それはシロ一人で敵を倒せるという意味ですか？
Of course not. I'm just saying I can avoid danger by myself during the daytime. I won't go near places where there's no people, and I'll come back before dark. That'll be okay with you, right? Also, you also have to be resting to preserve your magical energy, so you don't have to follow me.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのなら、私は信じざるを得ませんね。
She's seriously worried about my safety. I feel bad for turning her down. I'm sorry, Saber, but it'll be all right. Also, you'll know when I'm in danger, right? You can come to me if that happens.
いいえ、そうはいかないでしょう。私とシロのつながりは細い。マスターの危機が私に伝わるときは、シロの命そのものが危うくなっているときだ。そうなってから駆けつけても遅すぎる。
Then I have to call you myself?
はい。シロが私を必要だと思えば、それはあなたのサーバントである私に伝わります。それでも間に合わないと判断したときは、レイジを使ってください。レイジのバックアップがあるのなら、空間を飛んで、シロの守りとなることができるでしょう。
Jump through space? That's really close to true magic, I think. The right to absolute obedience, the command spell, is something that powerful? Got it. I'll try my best not to get into that situation. I'll be back before dark, so please look after the house. I wave her goodbye and put my hand on the door.
はい。どうか気をつけてください、シロ。あなたの学校は異常です。行動には細心の注意を。特にリンには出会わないように。
Are you saying that Tosaka will attack me at school? I don't think that's likely. She is truly a mage. The association's rule is to not involve any innocent people of the association's rule to not involve any innocent people is ingrained in her, and she seems set on wearing the mask of the model student. I would think she would even greet me casually if we see each other at school.
そうだといいのですが、リンは人目を気にして判断を鈍らせるタイプではありません。それにシロを敵視しているようですから、気をつけるに越したことはないでしょう。
Okay, okay. I think it's a needless worry, but I'll be careful. It's past 7 a.m. It's later than usual, but I should make it on time without having to hurry. It's 7:40 a.m. I go through the gate with plenty of time as I make my way to the building, I'm overcome with a strange feeling at stopping place. What is that? I guess there's nothing wrong. It's not like someone is watching me, nor is the view any different. If anything, it would feel that it would be that it's muted. Like there's some sort of illusion going on. Everything, the students, the trees, even the school buildings all feel like they've lost their color. Maybe it's my imagination. I might be hypersensitive from everything going on. I close my eyes and rotate my shoulders. But even after taking the deep breath, that unknown strange feeling doesn't disappear. I go to the 3rd floor and head to my classroom. Then I run into Tosaka. Yo! Since we do know each other now, I casually greet her. But Tosaka is frozen as if she saw a ghost. Tosaka? Is there something on my face? I wipe my cheek with the sleeve of my uniform. Tosaka still doesn't reply. She looks away and goes back to her classroom. I'm confused. What was with that reaction? I don't think it's like her to ignore someone who greeted her. A strange feeling hits me once I enter the classroom. Someone might have brought in some snacks here since I smell something slightly sweet. I guess the classroom is the same as usual. I greet the other boys and sit at my seat. There's 10 more minutes until homeroom starts. I look around the classroom and notice a seat without a bag. Shinji's absent, huh? Come to think of it, he missed yesterday's practice too. Despite how he looks, Shinji is punctual and tries hard to follow the rules. It bothers me a bit that a guy like that has been absent for 2 days. It's lunchtime. I usually go to the student council room on the days that I make my own lunch. If I eat in the classroom, the guys will take my food and the girls will tease me. What's wrong, Issei? You're not eating lunch?
ああ、先ほど済ませた。今はともかく眠くてな。昼休みが終わる前に起こしてくれ。
Issei says and puts his head down on the table. Did you pull an all-nighter or something? I thought you have to go to bed by 11 at the temple.
そうなのだが、最近寝つきが良くない。いくら眠っても疲れが取れなくてな。おかげでここ数日は暇さえあれば眠っている。
What do you mean? If you're sleeping at any chance you get, then you shouldn't be sleepy.
ああ、そうなのだがな。いくら眠っても疲れが取れないゆえ、疲れを取るために眠らざるを得ないのだ。矛盾していると分かってはいるのだが、眠いものは仕方がない。
too early to be sleeping in a... It's too early to be sleeping like a log in spring, you say.
春眠暁を覚えずか。誠に耳が痛い。
Issei doesn't even try to get up. Nothing for it, I guess. It seems pretty bad, so I'll keep him company until break's over. Huh? Issei, someone's here.
知らん。生徒会は店じまいだと言ってやれ。
Well, I can say so if you want, but I think it's Mr. Kuzuki.
うん、それはまずい。
Issei slowly gets up and opens the door.
竜道、今朝の弓道部の件だが。
Kuzuki stops his words after seeing that I'm here. Soichiro Kuzuki is the homeroom teacher of Class 2A and is also in charge of the student council. He's the strictest teacher of this school and regarded as unfriendly.
それじゃあ、うちにも帰ってないんですか？
そのようだ。おそらく刑事事件になるだろう。分かっているだろうが、むやみに話すことは避けるように。
それは分かっています。ですが、そうなるとマトはどうしたんですか？あいつが昨日会っていたと、弓道部の1年が言っていたじゃないですか。
それに関しても同じだ。マト真司も無断欠席しており、家も留守だそうだ。妹であるマトさくらは、藤村先生の家に泊まっていたというし、事情は知らされていない。
I'm so glad that's how they're explaining it. Issei and Kuzuki are talking about disturbing stuff. To summarize what I overheard, there's a student that's been missing since yesterday, and Shinji is the last person she was seen with.
邪魔をしたな。そういった事情もある。また下校時間が早まるだろ
う。Kuzuki just states his business and leaves.
まったく。なあ、エミヤ。お前、シンジを見なかったか？
No, I haven't. I didn't go to the archery range this morning. You know that he's absent too.
そうか。それならいいんだが。
Issei's face clouds over. Well, this sucks. It's not something I should poke my nose into, but it seems like this concerns the Kyoto Club. I'm sorry for Issei, but I should get some information out of him. Issei, you said this person didn't come home yesterday, but who is it? Well, I already know that Shinji also hasn't been home.
ん？そうだな。エミヤも部外者というわけではないし、知っておいてもいいだろう。昨日の夜の話だ。弓道部の練習に出た娘が帰ってこないという連絡があったな。至急練習に参加した生徒たちに話を聞いたところ、行方不明になった生徒と最後に話していたのはシンジだと分かったのだ。
Shinji, huh? Hold on. Shinji wasn't at yesterday's practice. And I was with everyone at the gate.
ああ、エミヤもいたらしいな。話はその後だ。忘れ物をした1年生が戻った時、シンジが道場の前にいたらしい。その時にな、シンジとそいつが口喧嘩をしてたそうなんだ。
I have a bad feeling. If there was someone still at the dojo, there could only be one person. Don't leave out the important details, Issei. Who's the student who's been missing?
うん。三辻綾子。弓道部の師匠だ。彼女は道場の鍵を職員室に戻した後、弓道場前で見かけられてから一向に行方が知れない。
Issei averts his gaze as if it's hard to say. Classes are over. I don't know if it's because of the incident, but club practices are canceled for today. The library seems to be closed as well, and the students who are done with their homeroom class hurry home. There's an announcement telling students to go home unless they have some special reason. I'm the only one left in the 2C classroom. The other classrooms are probably the same, so I should hurry or else I'll be the only one I'll be the only one stranded in this building. Let me ask around before that. I can't leave without doing anything after finding out that Mitsuzuri's gone missing. She's strong and has more arm muscle than some guys. It's a big deal that she's gone missing, and most of all, I can't ignore it as her friend. Sorry, Saber. I have something I have to do. I apologize to Saber and leave the classroom. I should go talk to people in Mitsuzuri's class 2A.
綾子ちゃんなら風邪でお休みしてますよ。
三綴なら休みだ。弓道部員ならそれぐらい知っているだろ
だから欠席だって。鬼のかく乱さ。あいつの無遅刻無欠席もここで終わりだよね。
Hang on for a second. Alright, I'm back, and I don't care who that girl was that, mocked Mitsuzuri's attendance record, but she's getting an arrow to the knee. That's all I could get from the girls getting ready to go home. It seems like everyone in Class 2A has been told that Mitsuzuri is absent due to illness. Sorry for interrupting. If Mitsuzuri comes tomorrow, please don't tell her about this. I wave goodbye and leave. If there's anything else, there's only the archery or the range left, but... no one's here. Well, obviously, there's no practice. The door to the range is shut tight. There doesn't seem to be anyone inside, so there's no reason to be here. I guess I'll talk to Issei. He might have some new information. Oh, excuse me. It's been 3 hours since lunch. There's a possibility that Mitsuzuri has already been found and it turned out to be for nothing at all. Man, I didn't think the student council room would be closed as well. There's barely anybody at school, so it would be hard to ask around any further. I should go back. Fujine should know something about Mitsuzuri. I grab my bag and go in the hallway. The sky is tinted crimson. The sun is setting and it should get dark in an hour or so. I get to the stairs on the 3rd floor. As I sling my bag and start to make my way back home, I hear a sound above my head. I look up. There, Tosaka is standing firmly at the top of the stairs leading to the 4th floor. Oh, you're still here, Tosaka? She doesn't answer. First this morning and now this. I feel like her stink eye gets worse every time I see her. What? If you have nothing to say, then I'm going. I raise my bag to show her I'm going home. What now? The sigh Tosaka gives is telling me she's had it up to here.
呆れた。サーバントを連れずに学校に来るなんて正気？
She mutters in a voice without emotion. Of course not. Saber can't go into spirit form, so there's no way I can bring her to school.
それなら学校なんて休みなさい。マスターがサーバント抜きでのこのこ歩いてるなんて殺してくださいって言ってるようなものよ。エミヤ君、自分がどれくらいおバカか分かってる？
What? I'm not stupid! Knock it off! Masters don't fight in places where others can see, right? During the day, especially at school, is out of the question.
じゃあ聞くけど、ここは人目のあるところかしら？
Huh? What is she saying? I don't need to check to see if others can see. How did this... Conveniently, there's no one around. There's no one in the 3rd floor hallway. I'm sure it's also the same for the 4th and 2nd floor. The school building, bathed in the setting sun, is completely still. At this rate, there must only be students or teachers on the 1st floor.
ようやく分かったみたいね。ほんと、朝は呆れたのを通り越して頭にきたわ。あれだけ教えてあげたのに、どうして自分からやられに来るのかって。
With a harsh tone of voice, Tosaka rolls up her left arm sleeve. What is... Better screenshot. A pale and slender arm. On that feminine arm, something like a glowing tattoo appears. The heck? It's not a command spell. Could that be... I don't have one, but is that a magic crest? The proof of a real mage family?
説明するまでもないわよね。
No, but you might want to explain it to the audience at home.
これが私の家に伝わる魔術の結晶よ。ここに刻まれた魔術なら、私は魔力を通すだけで発動させることができる。
Right. A magic crest is like an attached engine, separate from the magic circuit in a mage. There's no complicated incantation or procedure to follow. It's an ultimate shortcut mechanism that makes the car called Magecraft run just by turning it on. But consequently, the magic crest won't show up unless it's in use. A magic crest is like any other another magic circuit that is formed when the owner passes magical energy through it.
アーチャーは帰らせたわ。あなたぐらいこの刻印に刻まれた呪いで十分だもの。
Her voice is flat, almost mechanical. That makes me realize that she's serious.
逃げてもいいけど辛いだけよ。どうせ勝つのは私なんだから。
She says coldly, but my mind is all over the place. We're going to seriously fight here? Why here? Why now? Most importantly of all, why does it have to be against Tosaka? Hold on, Tosaka. Are you out of your mind? We're in school. Who knows who will come if we cause a commotion?
その時はその時よ。私ね、目の前のチャンスは逃さない主義なの。エミヤ君には悪いけど、ここで片付けさせてもらうわ。それに、今日みたいにフラフラされてたら私の神経が持ちそうにないし。
I said hold on! I don't have any intention of fighting you!
あなたになくても私にはあるの。いいから覚悟なさい、シロ!
Wait. I missed a line. What's the button for backlog? Ah, well. Tosaka makes a declaration of war and moves her arm. Just what kind of magecraft is that? The instant Tosaka points her left arm towards me, my vision is filled with light. It's about 4 steps if I leap toward the stairs leading to the 2nd floor. If I'm to retreat back to the hallway, it'll also take me about 4 steps to get in Tosaka's blind spot. There's no time. I should... Jump to the stairs. Tosaka is dead serious. There's no place to run. Even if I retreat to the back to the hallway, I'll jump down those stairs in front of me. I kick off the floor with full force. There's about 1.5 meters down. I get easily land from this kind of height. A running lawn jump from a height of 1.5 meters, 1 meter wide. I was able to land the way I'd imagined without twisting my ankle. I was able to get an advantage of 1-4 from Tosaka. So now I just have to go down to the first floor without stopping and get of the building. Huh? What just happened? It came from above. It feels like a giant glob of jelly fell on top of me. I can't move my legs. The jelly is anchoring my feet. As soon as I realize that, I'll try my best to pull out of this sensation of weight. Immediately, a wave of nausea overcomes me. I don't remember this in the anime. It's cold. I have goosebumps all over. My joints creak. My muscles are heavy, and it feels like my insides grind to a halt. Crap. This is... My legs aren't still because of some gelatinous substance. It's like I'm ill. Tosaka's magecraft. I've been hit with a Gondor shot, which infects the target with flu symptoms. The curse drags my body down into a sensation of illness, leaving me
予
paralyzed.
想通りね。簡単な逃げ道を用意しておけば、まずそこを通ると思ったわ。
I hear Tosaka's voice coming from afar, as if she's contacting me from the distant moon.
先に謝っておくわ。これからすることは、命を取るのと同じぐらいひどいから。
Her cold finger digs into the back of my neck. When I realize it's Tosaka's finger and try to fling it
さよ
away.
なら。あなたは知らなかっただろうけど、私、結構前からあなたのこと知ってたんだ。
Uh-oh. As if it snapped, my consciousness shorts out. Huh? It's morning already? I rouse my hazy mind and fight the urge to go back to sleep. It's already past 6 a.m. I should be preparing for breakfast right now.
おはようございます、先輩。朝食の支度、もうできてますよ。
Oh, okay. Sorry, I made you do it by yourself again. I was so sleepy for some reason and couldn't wake up. I'll make dinner to make it up.
ダメです、そんなの。今日の夕飯は私の番なんですから、先輩はおとなしくしててください。
But I'd be relying on you too much if I made you cook breakfast and dinner. Please let me cook tonight. I want to make it up to you for sleeping in.
そうですね。じゃあ夕飯は半分こということで。私もお手伝いしますから、先輩は早めに帰ってきてください。
Alright, I'll leave work early today. I apologize to Sakura and sit at the dining table. Breakfast is on the table and Fujine runs in at the last second, as always.
おはよう。みんな今朝も元気だね。ってあれ？シロ、どうしたのこれ？
Huh? What do you mean? Did you forget something at your house?
あれ？おかしいな。なんかおかしいと思ったんだけど、おかしいところなんてどこもないや。けど引っかかるな。シロ、あんたなんか忘れ物してない？
What? Forgetting something? Like what?
私に聞かないでよ。わからないから聞いてるんじゃない。ね、さくらちゃんはおかしいって思わない？なんか足りないっていうか、なんか忘れてるっていうか。
私は特に内村先生の気のせいだと思いますよ。何も忘れてませんし、誰も忘れていないでしょう。
まあそっか。思い出せないってことは大したことじゃないってことだし。
Fujine seems satisfied since she sits down and starts eating. Without a doubt, this is a normal morning. 30 minutes after Fujine and Sakura leave, as usual, I'd like to make my way out at a leisure pace. I go up the hill that leads to school. It's past 7:30 a.m. and the school road is crowded with students in the same uniform. A familiar scene. I breathe in the morning air with nothing missing. Then, I make eye contact with a female student passing by. She must have found it awkward that our eyes met as she starts walking up the hill briskly.
なんだエミヤ、今遠坂と睨み合っていたのか。
Huh? Oh, morning, Issei. I wasn't glaring at her or anything. We just made eye contact.
そうなのか。ならいいが、くれぐれも遠坂に喧嘩など売るなよ。あいつは倍返しが心情だからな。残る1年の学園生活を棒に振ることになる。
I don't know how serious he is, but Issei murmurs a Buddhist sutra. But that's a needless worry. Are you stupid? I wouldn't pick a fight when I don't even know her. Well, she is really beautiful, but I didn't even realize something like that was at our school?
うん、それが正しい対応だ。あれは人の手に余る。関わらぬよう過ごすのが人の道というものよ。いや、一時はどうなるかと思ったが、これにて一件落着。
Issei goes up the hill. I watch him go as I stand there. A morning scene with nothing missing. My left hand hurts slightly. Settles what? What happened and what ended, Issei? The first bell rings from the top of the hill. It's already 8 a.m. I feel like I'm locked out of something, like the school gate is closing. I think I can't remember anything. This vague sensation of unease just creeps up my spine, and I can't think of where I need to go or where I need to return to. Bad end. No. I already know. Restart from the most recent decision point. Jump back to the hallway. Just by instinct, I leap without looking. I use Tosaka's blind spot, the corner of the hallway, as a shield and jump sideways with all my might. Just barely, I slide into the hallway. I hear her click her tongue irritatingly, and something heavy hits the wall. Wait, what did she... I look behind me as I stand up. The wall. The wall that was behind me has something sizzling and smoking coming out of it. And to be more specific, there are 3 fist-sized burn marks on the wall. A projectile weapon. No, that is a curse that infects the target with illness. I think the Gondor shot that Tosaka was talking about is from Northern European root magecraft. It's an indirect curse that can worsen the condition of a person by pointing at it. But that should just be a curse that makes a person feel sick. It should be anything like physically striking something with a projectile. And yet, Tosaka's Gondor is so packed full of magical energy, it manifests like a bullet. Like it doesn't just appear similar to a bullet, but strikes like one too. Wow, as expected of Tosaka. There's usually a limit to how much force one can use to turn a slow curse into an immediate curse. Man, is she trying to kill me?
だからそうだって言ったでしょ。
Her descending footsteps echo behind me. I regain my balance and take off at full speed. No time. I have no time. I have to get out of here. The hallway. No, the hallway is stupid. Can't do that. There's no cover. Tosaka's weapon is a projectile, so if I just run down the hallway, it'll just funnel the shots right into my back.
そこ、動くな!
Tosaka leaps out from around the corner, and just in time, a hair ahead of her. I dive into the classroom beside me, room 2F. Gondor shots fill the hallway. It seems like Tosaka fired the moment she cleared the staircase. What a joke. I can't fight something like that. How can she tell me to fight? I'm no match for her. I urgently look around the classroom. I need protection. Is there some sort of shield or clothes or bulletproof vest that would protect me even if I got shot? Crap, she's here. Tosaka's footsteps stop at the entrance of the classroom. I'm sure she saw me run in here. Maybe she's wary of the counterattack, so she froze just outside. Yeah, right, idiot. I run. As I dart from one side of the classroom to the other, sprinting towards the exit up front, a hail of bullets mercilessly flies through the air. Oh crap, she's shooting like crazy! The bullets penetrate the wall, shooting radially inside the classroom. What must have grazed my back? If I hesitated for a moment longer, I'd have been hit center mass.
嘘、なんでピンシャンしてんのよあんたは。
I don't know, I certainly wasn't last time. Green Tosaka springs into the classroom. There are about 4 meters between us as we stand at both entrances in the front and the back of the classroom. We glare at each other again, but I have to. I jump out to the hallway. Escaping through the classroom is not an option. At this point, I can only sprint towards the stairs, like I tried before. Man, she really is merciless. I think it scraped my temple just now. My side too. Ow, ow! Dang it, are you serious? That's going to screw me right over if I get hit by that.
当然、ただで済むほど甘くないわ。痛いのが嫌なら止まりなさい。そしたらすぐ楽にしてあげるから。
The bullets fly through the air. And just why does it sound even more like actual bullets now? Hold on, aren't you shooting Gondor? That sounds more like a freaking gun that'll kill me.
うるさい。ならちょこまか逃げるな。標的が動き回るから狙いに熱が入るんじゃない。
The gunshots echo even louder. But in the nick of time, I barely make it to the stairs by the two-way classroom. I run down the stairs. Making it this far brings me closer to victory. I reach the landing to the second story. If I can get to the first floor, even Tosaka won't go through the trouble of following me. Speechless. Tosaka took a shortcut by jumping over the stairway handrail. By which I mean, in order to get down to the first floor from these stairs, I now have Tosaka barring the way in front of me. She smiles confidently. I'm surprised. You're pretty agile, even though you were saying you had some extra weight before. Yeah. I think I could see a vein pop out of her forehead. Yeah. It's scary how I'm getting used to this. The instant I realize it's coming, my legs send me jumping sideways as I hear the sound of bullets hitting the wall. I flee in the opposite direction. The good news is I'm down to the second floor hallway. If I'm able to make good time, I can get to the first floor where I'm sure even Tosaka will. Really? Still? You're persistent, Tosaka? Give it up already!
そっちこそ往生際が悪い。命までは取らないんだからおとなしくしなさいよね。
I don't know if it's because she's seriously serious or because she just lost her from the goose chase I've given her. But if Tosaka's shots get any louder, someone's gonna call the cops on us for sure. Really gotta stop worrying about stuff like that. With the power increase comes bigger bullets too. The near misses from this so-called curse felt hot before, but now they're torching everything in their path. Ow! One Gondor just faintly scrapes my leg. My speed drops immediately. The instant I know she'll catch up to me before I make it to the stairs, I fling myself into the nearest classroom. Inside, I make for a window. So now, I should be able to manage a jump from this second window. I should be able to manage a jump out from this second-story window. I'll get shot if I go back into the hall, so this looks like the better choice. I hear Tosaka's voice in the hallway. Something like a thin membrane envelops the classroom. A bounded field? The moment I realize that it's a bounded field with some sort of soundproofing effect, I know exactly what she's going to do. Ugh! I dive toward the wall by the windows. I can feel a strong magecraft being activated. Quickly, I upend the desk and crouch behind it. This isn't like the Gondor she's fired until now. I close my eyes and place my hand on the underside of the desk. She's making an incantation. Even though she has the help from her magic crest, Tosaka is chanting a spell. Will I make it? No, I have to make it. I skip all the stages of the process of creating a second set of nerves in my spine and pour as much magical energy as possible into the desk. Trace, on! Light and sound explode. It's an ordinary day after school, and this mundane, everyday classroom is suddenly a dance floor. The desk dance. The magical energy being released here is nothing like the pistol fire from before. This is more like a machine gun in terms of coverage and speed. I don't know exactly what effect this curse filled with magic energy has, but it's strong enough to be visible to the human eye. And as it has mass, it destroys everything it touches. The desks that are lined up in the classroom go wild like a person set ablaze. My eardrums are already screwed from the sounds of the dancing desk and the echoing bullets. Battlefield might actually be a more apt description. Despite that, there's not a single crack in the windows. It must be the power of the bounded field that Tosaka put up. Right now, this classroom has an enclosed space. Even if one can enter it, they can't leave. Thousands of bullets fired here are no exception, and even those loud sounds don't escape this room. Dang! Even when she looks like she's going to... Even when she looks like she's going crazy, Tosaka is a calculating mage through and through. Ugh. I put as much energy as I can produce into my makeshift shield. The desk is under the effects of strengthening, the one kind of magecraft I'm any good at, giving me a defense against this magical rain. But that's only for a brief moment. My strengthening can only endure 3 seconds from the rain of bullets. As a result, I redo the spell the instant that it wears off and have to repeat this for as long as my magical energy lasts. But... Hey, did she have infinite energy? The rain does not stop. Maybe Tosaka knows what's going on in this classroom. She might still be attacking since she knows that I'm still blocking her attacks like this. In that case, this rain would stop when my magical energy runs out, huh? While focusing my energy on the desk, I slump my shoulders. Then let's compare our stamina. We'll just have to see who concedes first. Even so, it's like the match has already been decided. I feel like I got KO'd 15 seconds into the first round. I'm not wounded, and I've still got stamina to spare, but I'm stuck and I can't do anything if I run out of magical energy. And man, I peek from behind the desk. The smoke filling the classroom makes everything hazy. I hear a clanging sound. My hand bumps into some kind of rod on the floor. A chair-like, huh? She really destroyed this place. Well, I guess it can be used as a makeshift weapon. The rod is about 20 centimeters long. I take hold and pour what remaining magical energy I can into it. It worked. Guess I never miss when it's the real thing. I try a practice swing with the strengthened club. Well, things won't get any better if I just sit here. I'll just be full of holes if she attacks again. Maybe I use too much magical energy, and as I can't even stand. And I can't even breathe in this smoke. Smoking me out, huh? Guess she's got it all planned out. Tosaka is experienced in fighting. She'll just corner me if I stay here. I'm sure she's waiting for me in the hallway, but I can't escape from the window because of that weird bounded field. I make up my mind and go to the hallway. With the numbness of my feet still there, I push past the wreckage of desk and I crawl forward into the white smoke before me. Then beyond the scorched ruins...
ようやく出てきたわね、エミヤくん。
Tosaka is waiting for me, with her shoulders heaving. I glare at her and manage to pull myself up. Guess the numbness is temporary and I can move my legs if I really try. Not that mobility will be enough. Tosaka is only winded from all the running around. She's got plenty of magical energy to spare. I've got no magical energy left. She's just a bit low on stamina. The moment we resume this battle, I'm gonna be shot down for sure.
勝負あったわ。ほら、そのへんてこな武器を捨てなさいよ。こうなったらエミヤくんに勝ち目なんてないでしょ。
Rin Tosaka gloats over her victory. That pisses me off. Honestly, I know I have no chance, but I can't help but feel insulted. Well, you never know. And I don't think you have any room to say that while huffing and puffing like an asthmatic... Well, you never know. And I don't think you have any room to say that while huffing and puffing like an asthmatic, stupid. I point the leg of the chair at Tosaka as a sign that I'm going to go down swinging.
そう。わかったわ。おとなしくするなら優しくしてあげようって思ったけど、そんなのはいらないおせっかいだったみたいね。ええ、だから初めに謝っておくわ、エミヤくん。
She grins. I wish she wouldn't make such an ominous smile. Huh? Apologize for what? Even if you apologize now, I'm not going to forgive you for this.
ええ、私が謝るのはこれからのことよ、エミヤくん。だって、下手に抵抗されたら手加減はできなくなるでしょ。手元が狂ってあなたを殺しちゃったら、もう謝罪はできないじゃない。
She's serious. Not that she hasn't been serious up to now, but this seems like she's had her last breaker flipped. I now realize I'm truly just a sitting duck, and earlier she was just getting her ducks in a row.
やっと分かってくれた？よかった。これだけ言ってまだぼんやりしたこと吐かれたら、それこそどうかしてたから、私。
What do you mean by something? She glares at me. Okay. Something brainless like that. Yeah, I got it.
これが最後の忠告よ。そのへんてこな武器を捨ててレイジを出しなさい。最悪腕の神経を剥がすことになるけど、命を取られるよりはいいでしょ。
Give up my command spells? Those aren't something I can afford to give, and most of all, no, I can't do that.
聞いておくけど、なんでよ。
If I were to give you my command spells, that'd be the same as betraying Saber.
そう。3秒あげるわ。自分の命だもの、自分で選びなさい。
Tosaka raises her left arm. I bet she'll fire at Gondor the moment I refuse.
$3秒。エミヤくん、返事は？
We stare at each other. Did I just hear a scream coming from below? Tosaka, that was...
悲鳴だったわよね。
I immediately stand up and start running.
ちょっと、場所は分かってるの？エミヤくん。
How would I know? I could only tell it came from below.
ちょっと待った。今、結界を解くから。
I run down the
待
stairs.
ってたら、一人で先走ったら危ないわよ。
This isn't the time to be worrying. That scream sounded bad.
分かってるわよ。だから危ないって言ってるんじゃない。バカ。
I go down to the first floor. At first glance, the hall looks empty. But then I spot a female student laying on the floor at the far end. No! The student is in a heap in front of the emergency exit. Good, she's only passed out. I run to the student to check if she's okay. Is she a first year? She's unconscious, but I don't see any bleeding or wounds, so she seems alright.
そんなわけないでしょ。こんなに顔青くして中身が空っぽだってわからない？
Huh? Empty inside?
魔力。もっと極端に言えば生命力よ。キャスターにやられた人と同じ。いいえ、あれよりもっとたちが悪い。この子放っておいたら死ぬわ。
Die without a single wound?
外が無事でも中が空っぽなら動かなくなるのは当たり前でしょ。血が全然足りないのよ。待ってて、これぐらいなら手持ちの石でなんとか。
She rifles through her pockets. Thank goodness. It seems serious, but Tosaka seems to know how to cure her. She kneels over and treats the collapsed student. From her profile, she looks incredibly serious. She tends to the student as sweat forms on her forehead. What is it? Her expression is so laser focused it pains me just to look at it. I feel like it isn't the first time I've seen.
ああ、もう気が散る。エミヤ君、そこのドア閉めてくれる？風で髪が乱れるのよ。
Huh. Oh, that emergency exit? I look at the open door. Huh? Open? Come to think of it, we haven't even discovered why the girl collapsed in the first place. It's not like she did this on her own. Somebody obviously attacked her. It didn't even take us a minute to get here, so if the culprit fled, it had to be out this door. Oh! Is it because I was looking at that direction? I could just make out something dark flying in our direction. Watch out, Tosaka! I shield Tosaka with my right arm.
何よそれ。エミヤ君、腕に腐って。
A shadowy dagger is pierced right through my arm. Protruding from between my elbow and wrist is something that resembles a nail. No, it's far too large to be just a nail. And whatever it is completely skewered my forearm.
なんでそんな。ああ、今はそうじゃなくて、血がそんなに出てるのに、痛くないの？
It hurts. It hurts like crazy. But it hurts so much that I can't panic. More importantly, it looks like this thing was aimed at Tosaka's head. Tosaka, take care of her. I get ready to run. There's no time to wait for a response. With my left hand, I adjust the grip on the metal pipe I'd strengthened earlier and fly out the emergency exit. My right arm dangles as I run. Everything below the arm, below the elbow is red from blood. Is it just bad luck with limbs for me today? Tosaka tells me to hand over one hand with my command spells on it, and now my other hand is partially severed from the rest of me. It has to be around here. I look around. Though I don't know who or what did this, I can feel them drawing me out. Whoever attacked that female student, whatever attacked Tosaka with that dagger is nearby. I haven't lost them yet. If I close my eyes, I can feel the dark magical energy moving. Behind the archery range, in the woods. I jump over the fence and run across mossy ground. Then, between the trees, concealed amongst the thicket, a familiar face takes one look at me and laughs. Shinji? I stop without thinking. Just what was he doing here? He's supposed to be missing. Wait, no. Michizuri is the one that's missing. Shinji's the last one who saw her. My injured arm throbs. The moment I'm about to fall forward, a nail-like dagger is thrust at my throat. I managed to dodge. Instead of going backwards or sideways, I followed my tumbling body and rolled forward to avoid the blow. My throat. It scraped my throat. My skin's cut. Even then, I'm lucky. If I'd been any slower, it would have cut through bone and sinew. You! I scramble up. In front of me stands a smiling woman clothed in black. A servant! I don't even have to check. A concentration of magical energy far beyond that of a human. Not even Tosaka compares. I don't know what class she is, but her spiritual presence is greater than a human, without a doubt. She disappeared? The shadow vanishes from my vision. Instinctively, I can feel death's swift approach. I desperately swing my weapon above my head. The rod is able to repel the nail coming at my head from above. I don't know if she's somehow related to a spider or something, but she's leaping and clinging to the trees like one. I run. There must have a chance that I was able to block that. There's no way I'll be able to dodge another, and fleeing is out of the question. I make it to a nearby tree and put it to my back. That's one direction that I should be safe from, or so I have to believe if I have any chance at this. Dang it! Even though she's wearing something that stands up that much, why can't I don't see the servant in black anywhere. She might be jumping from branch to branch since she hasn't come down to the ground at all. Sweat rolls down my forehead. I can hear the sound of jangling chains. It's like the rattle of a snake ready to strike. Under the tree, I try my best to suppress mirthless laughter. The sound of chains echo through the woods. In this life and death situation, where the next attack is sure to kill me, my mind is blank. I have no sense of time. The guillotine just hangs in the air. That's what's strange. The battle should be over by now, but I'm still alive. Strange. Maybe that last attack killed me and my mind is now blank for wanting to believe that my fear of a surprise attack is actually a posthumous trait. Saber. I can't compete against a servant by myself. Then I'll have to rely on her. Command spells. If I use a command spell and call Saber, I should be able to get out of this predicament. But can I? I'm the one who got myself into this death trap, and I should be the one to handle it. And most of all, I haven't exhausted all of my options. That's right. I have a weapon in my hand, even if it's a shoddy one. And I can still move. If the location is bad, I can just move. I can call for Saber after that.
驚いた。霊樹を使わないのですね。あなたは。
The voice echoes. Above. So she was hiding up in the trees. Unfortunately, I don't have that many left. If I use one over something like this, I don't know what I'd do moving forward. And well, to be honest, I really don't know how to use it either.
そう。私のマスターと違って勇敢なのですね。あなたは。
I search for her exact location. Where is her voice coming
では
from?、
私もやり方を変えましょう。サーバントのいないマスターに本気は出せませんから。あなたは優しく殺してあげます。
Only the sound of chains echo through the woods. She's coming. What I have to do is get out of these woods. But to do so, I would have to block the servant's nail weapon multiple times. The fact that I only have the leg of a chair that I strengthened to defend myself is so pathetic that it's funny. At least, if only this thing was impressive like his blades, then I could not only block but even counterattack. Let's go. I don't have the time to be thinking about what ifs. It's about 30 meters to get out of the woods. This isn't much compared to the chase that I had with Tosa. Run. I ignore the harsh sound of chains and run frantically towards the exit. I repel the attack from above. Then I block the roundhouse kick from the servant that landed on the ground to my left. She's in front of me now. I think she's getting irritated from having her blows blocked, but I managed to deflect another onslaught.
そんな。
The servant in black retreats. It's just chance. Just like the first attack, blocking everything else has been because of fortunate happenstance. I can't even see the enemy. For someone like that to be able to survive, it's nothing but pure luck. But is it really that common? No. What if my assumptions were wrong in the first place? The first attack. A surprise attack to my head. Such attacks that would be impossible for Shiro Emiya to dodge. There's no way that coincidences lining up this much.
あなた
The servant in black mutters to herself. A surprisingly beautiful, sensual voice, despite the irritation evident in it. You suck! You lack the power compared to the other servants! I swing at the servant standing in my way. The servant in black blocks my blows and jumps back, her hair flowing in her wake. I could do it! There's nothing in my way now. The servant in black retreated. If I just keep going just a few more meters like this...
いいえそこまでです
It was at this moment I knew I messed up.
あなたは初めから私に囚われているのですから
Huh? My body falls. Rather, I'm being pulled backwards. My right arm hurts. Some unknown force is dragging my skewered arm back.
まだわかりませんかあなたの腕に刺さったそれは私の杭だということに
Your nail? That makes me realize. Extending from her weapon, the grating sound of metal against metal. The sound of chains. I've been hearing them ever since leaving that doorway and... I reach out for my right arm with my left hand, but it's too late. Dragged by some invisible force, my arm flies up and out of reach. With no mercy to my agony, it lifts me into the air. The nail piercing my arm is attached to a chain. The chain extends up into the canopy, using the branches as a fulcrum and leaving me strung up by it.
Sate, 先ほどは何か興味深いことを言ってらしたようですが
The servant in black approaches. I can't run away or fight now that I'm suspended in
こ
the
の
air.
私が他のサーバントに劣ると
Well, I'm sure if you had a better master, then it wouldn't be an issue.
困りましたその認識を改めさせなければあなたを殺すのは難しい
So how are you gonna do that? By fighting another servant? Like a sacrifice. It's like I've been sent to the gallows in a western. The nail-like dagger is raised. The servant in black licks the tip of it.
そうですねまずはその誤った目からいただきます残った手足はその後に
She makes a nimble jump and appears right before me, suspended 3 meters in the air. The nail is swung downwards. My body can still move. Okay. I know this isn't the right one. And I don't think she's gonna give me the time to pull. I don't think she's gonna give me the time to pull the nail out. Fight with my remaining left arm. I still have this weapon in my hand. Still suspended in the air, I swing with all my might using my other hand. She must have known it was coming. The servant in black dodges in midair. I desperately swing my body to avoid it, but it's no use. The servant's mercilessly thrusts the nail toward me right before my eyes. She's shot from the side by numerous light bullets. Ugh! I fall to the ground. The bullet cuts the chain, and I am unceremoniously dropped on my butt. The servant in black turns around. She jumps to the tree branch and retreats like a beast.
エミヤ君、無事？
As soon as Tosaka runs up to me, she takes my hand.
とにかく血止めしないと。エミヤ君、何か巻くもの持ってない？
Oh, here's a handkerchief. It's probably clean since Sakura gave it to me.
似た者同士か。けどないよりマシよ。私のタオルとそれで、なんとか格好ぐらいはつけられる。
She takes my pulse while murmuring what sounds like a spell. It must be a styptic and painkiller, since my right arm feels a bit better. Tosaka diligently puts the handkerchief on my wound and wraps my right arm with the towel. Seeing her profile again confirms it. Tosaka is as good a person as she is beautiful. Up until 3 days ago, she was just someone that I admired from afar and thought of as a model student. Now that I've had a chance to get to know her, she's definitely far from that pedestal, but the person beneath it all is still worthy of admiration. My heart's throbbing. My pulse is racing. Tosaka is a good person. She's so close to me right now that we're about to touch. And she's so beautiful that I can forgive her for everything that's happened until now. I can't think straight.
よし。応急処置はこんなところね。それで、あいつ何だったの？追いついたらとんでもないことになってたから、とにかく援護してみたけど。
I don't know either. I followed them here and got attacked. I concisely explained what happened. I decided not to say anything about seeing Shinji. It could have been my imagination, and even if it was him, I have no proof that he's connected with that servant. Don't make that face. I couldn't tell who she was, but she's a servant, right? Then that means there's a master other than us.
そうね。学校に私たち以外のマスターがいるってことは知ってたけど、ようやく尻尾を出したってわけか。
Tosaka sighs. It seems like Tosaka had already realized about the third master a while ago. In that case, is that master the one who attacked the female student? Wait, Tosaka, what happened to that girl?
持ち直したわ。今は保健室で寝かせてあるから、もう大事はないと思う。
Okay, that's good. I sigh with relief. Then, that means that all pressing matters have been solved. So all that's left is...
何よ、人のことじーっと見て。言っとくけど、私はあんなことしないからね。
I don't know how she misunderstood. Tosaka sometimes makes some weird misunderstandings. Hey, I know that. Of course you wouldn't do such a thing. What I want to ask is if you want to continue. Do you want to keep fighting or not? Hearing that, Tosaka freezes. I wonder how long that lasted. Tosaka glares at me once, and then hangs her head in defeat. I mean, okay, but it sure is uncomfortable when you okay, but it sure is uncomfortable with you making a face like that so close to me. Tosaka? So what are you going to do?
やらない。今日はここまでにする。なんだかしらけちゃったし、また借りができちゃったし。
She stands up and dusts her knees.
じゃあ行くわよ。辛いだろうけど、うちに着くまで我慢して。
Tosaka offers me a hand. I tilt my head and look into Tosaka's eyes.
だから、私の家に行くわよって言ってるの。エミヤ君、自分じゃその傷治せないんだから。
Oh, well, that's true, but why?
なんでも何もないわよ。その傷、治療しないと壊死しちゃうじゃない。それで動かなくなったりしたら私の落ち度みたいじゃない。
Huh? No, wait. I don't get it at all. Alright. Tosaka's house is in the residential area on the other side of town. There are Western-style houses near the top of the residential area, but I've never been there before. I know the area, but I don't have any first-hand experience. It's basically unknown territory. Then, this is the famous Western-style mansion at the top of the hill, the home of Tosaka, a mage with a prestigious lineage. I look up at the mansion, dumbfounded. Well, I'm used to seeing things like this because of Shinji's house, but this has its own aesthetic.
エミヤくん、玄関こっちだけど。
Oh, yeah, right. I clear my throat and follow after Tosaka. Man, it's understandable to be wary of entering another master's home, but the real thing throwing me for a loop is the thought that it's Tosaka's place. So, this is the Tosaka household. This is the Tosaka household's living room, where Rin Tosaka spends her daily life.
それじゃあ腕を見せて。
She gets straight to the point. Thanks. I sit on the chair and put my right arm out. She takes off the towel that was wrapped around it. It feels like she's even closer now than before. With Tosaka tending to my right arm in front of me, I can't help but notice how beautiful her black hair is, and it makes my heart beat faster.
あれ、おかしいな。傷口がさっきより小さくなってる。エミヤくん、自然治癒のまじないでもかけてるの？
Huh? No, I definitely didn't.
そうなの？その割には傷、もうほとんど塞がってるんだけど。
I didn't say anything about it being pretty. Wait, what did you just say?
だから、傷はほとんど治ってるって言ったの。私がしたのは血止めだけだから、治ってるなんてことはないはずなんだけど。
But I don't know anything about this. Oh, that's right. Shiro never got gutted. Never got gutted by Berserker. Gutted by Berserker, and the last, and that last battle he fell unconscious because of something that wasn't related to battle injuries. So she doesn't know about his accelerated healing factor.
本当？まあ言われてみればエミヤくんは素人同然なんだし、自然治癒なんてまじないをかけられるわけないか。じゃあもしかしてセイバーの能力と関係あるのかな？
What does my wound healing have to do with Saber's abilities?
これは仮定だけど、セイバーと契約した時何か手順を間違えて力の流れが逆になったんじゃないかしら。エミヤくんとセイバーがどんな契約を結んだかは知らないけど、サーバントの中には契約者を不死にする者もいるっていうから、セイバー自身の自然治癒能力がそのままエミヤくんにも流れているのかもしれない。
Then as long as I'm in a contract with Saber, then even I can get hurt. Then even if I get hurt, I would be fine.
まあそういうことになるけど、それは当てにしない方がいいわよ。結局あなたの傷を治してるのはセイバーってことになるんだから、セイバーの魔力を消費することになるし、何よりあなたのは傷を癒す力であって生を返すものじゃないわ。死んでしまえばそれまでなんだから、今回みたいな無茶は控えなさい。
You might be surprised about that one. While she says all this, before I even know it, she's finished her treatment and rebandaged my arm. She taps my arm and stands.
さて、それじゃあお茶でも入れようか。エミヤくん、砂糖とミルクどっちがいい？
Well, neither for me. Can you tell me one thing before that, Tosaka?
いいけど、何？
What you were saying earlier about how there's one other master and that they're up to about how there's one other master and that they're up to something.
ああ、そのこと？そっか、エミヤくんじゃ結界には気づかないか。まあ簡潔に言うとね、学校には私とあなた以外にもう一人マスターがいて、さっきみたいなことを繰り返してるのよ。
The image of the collapsed female student appears in my mind. She was pale and she would have died if Tosaka didn't run over to her. So masters don't only go after other masters, huh? That priest said so, but why would they do such a thing?
聖杯戦争に勝つためでしょう。サーバントは人の精神を食べれば食べるほど魔力を蓄えられる。学校にいるマスターはね、うちの生徒をみんな生贄にして自分のサーバントを強くしようって魂胆なんでしょう。
Using the students as sacrifices? Are they insane?
さあ、けど学校にはすでに結界が張られてる。まだ完成してないけど、一度発動すればあの敷地にいる人間はみんな衰弱死するでしょうね。まあそんなことは私が許さないけど。
Tosaka explains in a straightforward manner. This must be something she's known for days. That's why she knew she had to do. That's why she knew what she had to do and went to school, even though she told me not to. She knew it's dangerous to be there, but she still went to stop the master who set up the bounded field. I'm ashamed of myself. It's only natural that Tosaka got irritated seeing me come to school without any thought. I wasn't prepared for anything, and as I was nonchalantly basking in my everyday life at school.
ちょっとどうしたのよ、さっきから落ち込んじゃって。私何か言っちゃった？
She looks at me worriedly. I bet she's making weird mental gymnastics again. No, you didn't. I was just thinking I'd never be able to beat you. I feel like it's wrong for me to apologize, so I try my best to put my feelings into words. What? This wasn't about the last fight.
分かってるわよ。それよりエミヤくん、とりあえず休戦しない？
Then she made a surprise attack on me with a smile that makes my heart jump. You mean between us?
そう。学校に潜むマスターはたちが悪いし、エミヤくんも敵に知られちゃったしね。私としてはあなたより先にあっちを片付けておきたいの。だからそれまで休戦して、二人でさっきのマスターを探さない？
It takes me aback, but I should consider it carefully. No, don't overthink it. What Tosaka is saying is correct, and most of all, I can't ignore this master. First of all, I decided to fight so I could stop masters who hurt innocent people.
どう？悪い条件じゃないと思うけど。
Yeah, it's promising if I can get your help.
待った。別に私はエミヤくんに力を貸すわけじゃないわ。ただ、休戦協定を結んだだけよ。
I see. So it doesn't mean that an enemy of my enemy is your ally, huh?
ええ。けど、それまでは信頼して。あなたが私を裏切らない限り、私はエミヤくんを助けるから。
She declares, "This is so like her, and I'm genuinely grateful for this good fortune. Then you can count on me. I look forward to working with you, Tosaka." I nod and hold my right arm out.
短い間だろうけど、せいぜい役に立ってよね。
Tosaka sounds ungracious, but I'm not falling for it. For all her bluster, she still takes my hand and gives it a firm shake.
なるほどね。道理でおかしいと思った。つまりエミヤくんは正式な後継者じゃないんだ。魔術刻印を引き継ぐ前にお父さんが死んじゃったんでしょ？
I don't know. It seems like my old man had no intention of passing down his magic crest to me, and he was against me becoming a mage.
けどエミヤ君に魔術は教えたのよね。なんか矛盾してないそれ。
Maybe. It seemed like he taught me reluctantly since I wouldn't give up. At first, he told me to focus on being a spellcaster rather than a proper mage. We talked about unimportant stuff for a while.
協力関係になった以上、エミヤ家の事情が知りたい。
Since Tosaka asked me that, we started talking about how I learned magecraft. Kiritsugu Emiya was a lone wolf mage, an outsider to this region. By contrast, Tosaka's family had a prestigious lineage that manages this land. Normally, a mage from outside must show some good faith to the mage that keeps the land they stay in, but Kiritsugu didn't do so. Actually, he hid the fact that he was a mage. It seems that as Rin Tosaka is the head of the Tosaka family, she is the manager of this area at her young age. She was entrusted with it 10 years ago, and she said it's only recently that she actually became able to protect the land. For that reason, the Tosaka family was unaware of Kiritsugu Emiya's existence, or his son for that matter.
魔術使いか。それじゃエミヤ君、本当に素人なんだ。自分が扱える魔術以外、魔導の知識はないわけね。
Yeah, that's right. I can only use strengthening. The only things I know about are the names or a brief overview. I only used strengthening on that desk to use it as a shield, and that was the best I've ever managed.
ちょっと本気？なんでそんなことまで私に喋るのよ、あんたは。
Then she gets mad at me for an entirely different reason. Is that something to get mad about?
突っ込むところっていうか、エミヤ君。私たち手を組んだけど、それでも内緒にしなくちゃいけないことってあるでしょ？手の内は隠しておくべきだし、第一、魔術師にとって自分の魔術は隠し通すべきものよ。
Really? There's no use hiding anything now, right? It's true that we can't be telling people, but you're a mage. There's no problem if I tell you. My old man said that magecraft is not something to hide desperately, no matter who the person is.
何それ？エミヤ君の父親、本気でそんなこと言ってたの？
Yeah. I guess he wanted to tell me not to be bound by the rules. He always told me that I don't need to learn magecraft and I can quit anytime I want to. Tosaka grits her teeth. I don't know what she's so irritated about, but Tosaka radiates hostility like never before.
ふざけないで。あなたの父親は魔術師じゃないわ。そんな奴に鍛えられたあなたも魔術師なんて認めないから。
Tosaka? Calm down. Why are you so mad? Well, I know I'm no mage compared to you, but my old man was a great mage.
そうじゃない。私が言いたいのはそういうことじゃない。私が許せないのは、その。
That what? She got herself worked out, but having said that, her anger seems to dissipate.
ごめんなさい。ちょっとどうかしてた。鍛え方は人それぞれだものね。私は私に胸を張ってるんだから、エミヤ君をどうこう言えるはずがなかった。
I don't get it. Was there something that bothered you? Like my old man's way of teaching, or is it my lack of experience?
そうね。エミヤ君の未熟っぷりには文句あるわよ。何年も魔術を鍛えていて強化しか知らないところとか、そういう弱みを私に教えちゃうところとか。
Tosaka smiles suggestively. I think I just felt a chill run down my spine. Look, I get it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm only good at strengthening, and my old man passed away. There's no way for me to learn anything else.
ええ、それが独り身の魔術師の限界ね。 魔術師なんていつ死ぬかわからないんだから、そのために魔術刻印を残すんだし、教会と手を組むんじゃない。私が頭に来たのはね、そのあたりの努力を全くしなかったあなたの父親によ。魔術師の魔術はその魔術師だけのものじゃない。魔術ってのは親から子へ何代も何代も続けられてきた命の成果だもの。その責任はもう自分だけのものじゃなくなるのよ。だからそれを教わるってことは、後の世代にそれを渡すってことが第一条件になる。魔術師の家に生まれた子供は誕生した瞬間に後継者であり伝承者でもあるの。私たちはそのために生まれて、そのために死ぬ。魔術師の子供は初めから人間じゃない。人として生まれたものを長い年月と厳しい修練によって別のものに変えるのが魔術師という家系の義務だから。エミヤ君のお父さんは魔術師なんかじゃない。あなたの父親は魔術師である前に親を取ったのよ。
She explains without making eye contact and looks away. To be honest, I don't know why Tosaka is mad. How Tosaka felt being raised in this house. What kind of training she went through as the daughter of a mage and how much she had to sacrifice. No matter how hard I try to imagine, I'll never be able to be like her. Hey, Tosaka, is that why you saw me as an enemy? Since I don't have the mindset of a mage?
そうよ。あなたのことは嫌いじゃないけど、魔術師としては認められないもの。だからつい気を据えるっていうか、つっつきたくなったの。悪い？
Well, it is bad, but I appreciate the warning. If it wasn't for that happening today, I wouldn't have noticed the master at school. I wouldn't have been able to cooperate with you. I stare at her in affirmation. Tosaka groans uncomfortably.
もう、なんだってこんなのがセイバーのマスターなのよ。
Her complaint really comes out of left field. We've been talking so long, it's already gotten dark. It's almost 7 p.m. I need to get home soon, or else Saber will get mad. So, Tosaka, we're going to look for the master at school, right?
ええ。明日の放課後、廊下で待ち合わせましょう。ああ、それと、帰りはアーチャーをつけてあげる。私はやることがあるから送ってあげられないけど、アーチャーがいれば問題ないでしょ？
Huh? I completely forgot until she mentioned him. This is Tosaka's house, so of course Archer would be here. The knight in red, Archer, takes form. Come to think of it, this is my first time actually facing him. The servant that fought Saber and almost got his head cut off by her. The man who paid no heed to Saber and even tried to bury her along with Berserker. It might be because of those things. When I faced him and looked him in the eyes, I instinctively felt that I hate him. It's probable that I'll never accept him. Maybe it's the same for Archer, as he stares at me with enmity. That's just what I want. If he hates me, I can hate him back without any guilt.
よろしくね、アーチャー。彼とは協力関係になったから、襲いかかったりしちゃダメよ。
わかっている。マスターの指示には従うさ。
Archer disappears. Since he can't go outside dressed like that, it must mean that he will escort me in spirit form. Alright. Go ahead and save it here and call it a night. So much for no bad endings on this run, but it certainly could have gotten worse. All because I was thinking back to a particular scene and jumped the gun. So I hope you guys are still still enjoying this, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow. I'll see you next time.